Gauteng Education Department launched the year's school governing body elections today. The role of school governing bodies is governance and oversight within public schools. Gauteng Education MEC Panyaza Lesufi opened the SGB election period, which will end at the end of the month. Well, for more on this, we're joined now this lunchtime by eNCA reporter Barry Bateman. Barry, good afternoon. SGB election period has now started. What is the Gauteng Education Department asking from parents?
Participation, Dan. I think that's the biggest request coming from the Education Department and Panyaza Lesufi. That election period starts on the 15th today, and then it will go through, it starts on the 15th, and it will go until the end of next month. We were told about a lot of preparation that started last year in training all the officials that would be almost like an IEC, if you will, who'd be able to manage these elections and understanding how the processes work, ensure that all the resources in place, but also taking into account these aren't like previous elections, because we do have to take into account COVID-19 regulations. So all the training was provided for there. The Education Department also making clear the value of the parental contribution to these elections. You want to get out in numbers because, as I've experienced as a parent myself, I've attended these. If there's not a quorum, for example, you attend the meeting. If no quorum is met, you then postpone it to the next day, and sometimes you have people who are elected in without the mass base of support from the school. But somebody has to join those school governing bodies. So basically the big request from the Education Department is please take part.
Please do take part, because of course these elections are important. Why?
They are very important. And again, I'm going to put on my dad hat there, Dan, because I can speak from experience onto the value of taking part in this particular process. The people that you elect to the school governing body are your parent representatives. They are the people that carry your voice into the school organization. But they don't just do that. They play active roles in, and they also provide the oversight in subcommittees such as finance, the policies of the school, the recruitment of teachers within the school. And Panyaza Lesufi touched on that aspect as well, saying please to the SGBs, when you go about the recruiting, recruit only the best of the best and the top minds that can add value to our schools. Let's dispense with nepotism and getting people into schools for the wrong reasons. So that is part of the reason why, again, we go back to the first question we just discussed. Get parents out there, take part, play a role, put people in positions of power in these SGBs so that they can make the right decisions for your school and, of course, your children.
And month end is a deadline?
The end of next month, Dan. It starts on the 15th and it will run all the way until the end of April.
Thank you very much, Barry Bateman there. If you are a parent and your children are at school and you want to make sure that everything that is appropriate is done according to, especially now during the coronavirus pandemic, take part in your school, show interest, vote in those SGB elections. Still ahead.